Hey, this is Tyler from Riverside Millwork Group. Today we're going to show you how to change your door handle. Let's say you have some old-fashioned round knobs and you want to upgrade, put on a nice modern lever. Do quick and simple, show you how to do that. All you're going to need to do this is a Phillips screwdriver, and that should be about it. It's a pretty straightforward process, so we'll get at it. So first thing you're going to do, loosen out all your screws. Better to do this by hand. If you use power tools to do this, you risk cracking the door or stripping out your screws. So better to be safe so you don't have to replace the whole door as well. When you're doing these round handles, you kind of want to get in on a bit of an angle to get around the ball for your handle. Just back the screws off until you can get your fingers in there to twist them out by hand. Careful not to scratch the handle unless you're throwing it in the garbage. Set this down. While we're at it, we'll take off the strike plate as well, since we're changing colors of hardware. So that's it, only 6 screws holding all this together. And now we're going to go ahead and do the process in reverse. A lot of handles come with 2 options for strike plates, square and round, depending on what you've got on the door already. We have round on here, so that can stay in the box. Assembling this, most of them will come with a little collar like this. It slips over the back side of the latch, and your latch plate goes on the front and just snaps in place like that. So what I like to do, set this in the door where it came from. I'm going to get the new handle. Screw holes always on the inside of the door. Second little trick for you, you'll see on here that's not quite lining up to the center of the hole. So this is called your back set. You generally have 2 different sizes, 2 3/8 and 2 3/4. It comes set to 2 3/8. I don't know if you'll be able to see that there. All you're going to do, lift that up, slide that over. That's going to get you on center for the hole for your handle. Go ahead, put that in. Start these by hand, use the right screws. You're going to have machine screws for your handle, and you're going to have wood screws for fixing to the door and the door frame. Screwdriver. So we're going to get these mostly tight, and because we're working with a square rose on the handle, we're going to make sure that it looks square to the door as well before we snug everything down. Last thing you want is to spend money on new handles and put them all on and they look crooked. That looks pretty good from up here. Go ahead and do the bottom one. Check the front, make sure the front looks square. And we're out a tiny bit, so just give that a little turn. Looks like it right there. Just hand tighten, you don't want to over tighten because you can strip these screws out or break them and then the handle is going to be no good. Feels good like that. We'll grab ourselves some of the shorter wood screws out of this box. And get onto the latch plate. If you were doing this on a new door, you would want to pre-drill all of these holes to avoid splitting because these have had screws in them already. I'm just going to lightly tighten everything down. Same thing, you don't want to over tighten these because you can strip out the wood. Over to our strike plate. Now that everything is tightened down and snug, give the door a couple test opens and closes. That latch is nice. Handle's not over tightened and not binding. And there we go. Brand new handle. Change the entire look of the door.